Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome to Crypto India, and this is your host Shiv. And yes, it was lovely talking to you guys yesterday on a live video. It was very much fun, and thank you so much, all of you who actually were live yesterday and having a real-time discussion. Thank you so much. So let's have a look at cryptocurrency. As discussed yesterday, the cryptocurrency market has really boomed to 173 billion, especially Bitcoin crossing $101 billion mark with a price of 6093. And so that's the biggest news, of course. So I really want to talk to you guys about the institutional investors coming into cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin now. And so there is one that I know of, which I would like to share with you all. So what are the institutional investors? Institutional investors are companies like Wall Street, JP Morgan, you could call, or probably a Goldman Sachs. And similarly, a company called LedgerX has gotten approval for Bitcoin trading. So as you can see here, uh, many have speculated that institutional money is making its way into Bitcoin, and they are likely correct. LedgerX was recently approved. Can you see this? LedgerX was recently approved by the Commodities CFTC, which is Commodities Future Trading Commissions, to create a regulated Bitcoin option market. So what is LedgerX is right here. LedgerX, as you can see, is an institutional trading and clearing platform. So what's these companies like, which is already into trading, financial institutions, once they start investing and they start coming into Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price is really gonna spike up very fast. So just to consider, in case you are still planning to hold more, probably this could be the good time. Having said that, this is not an investment advice as always, but it's good to know that the institutional investors are considering Bitcoin as an investment and as a trading platform. So thought I'll keep you guys updated on that. All right, so let's talk about this, how Bitcoin became the money badger of money, the honey badger of money. Now, what is honey badger? I would like to share this video here. Honey badger is basically an animal which doesn't care about anything. I mean, look at this. And of course, you can go through the link. I will leave the link in the description below. Honey badger. And I'll tell you why I'm trying to show this, because over here that says that honey badger, I mean, there have been a lot of criticism for Bitcoin. So here it says, what's news got to do with it? So the latest search comes after a week of consolidation over the 5,000 mark, despite the comments from naysayers like JP Diamond always criticizing Bitcoin, that Bitcoin is fraud, Bitcoin is not going to work out. And then there was Brazilia's president, and then there was China banning ICOs and Bitcoin exchanges, and there was South Korea banned. Of course, they banned only ICOs. And then CEO of the Chase Bank saying that Bitcoin is more than the FUD. And so I mean, Bitcoin really doesn't care about all these comments. Bitcoin is like a honey badger. So I was showing you this video here. So how does the honey badger is? It doesn't care about anything. It doesn't care about. It just keeps moving. Doesn't care who comes on their way, who does what. See. So yeah, I mean, you can go ahead and watch this video. And this was basically posted. If you look at this here, honey badger of money. So this is basically a billboard put up and supported by Roger Ver, and Roger Ver called Bitcoin as the honey badger of money because nothing happens to Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of banks will talk negative, will criticize, but nothing impacts Bitcoin. I mean, we can see that literally, right? So he named it as a honey badger of money. So very interesting article. I'm sure you should go ahead and read this out. I'll leave the link in the description below. All right, so this is another news I wanted to talk to you guys about. The Wall Street analyst Bill Gary saying, I don't understand Bitcoin. And he's so right. If you don't understand Bitcoin, you don't invest into it, as simple as that. You invest into only those things that you understand, and it is okay not to understand anything, not to get anything. That's completely fine. Uh, and of course, I like this part of this news here that talks about Andreas Antonopoulos. Andreas Antonopoulos advised investors to only invest in an amount of money in Bitcoin that is proportional to their knowledge of cryptocurrencies, he said. So don't invest into something that you don't know. So this is Andreas Antonopoulos. My small saving that I do have are invested in Bitcoin. 100% of it. Actually, I have a tiny debt in US dollar that I'm still trying to pay off. It's more than 100%. Now, I would like to emphasize that this is not recommended to invest because I haven't invested my money in Bitcoin. I invested my career. So if you know, Andreas Antonopoulos has given his life. I mean, he keeps traveling all around the globe. And my intellectual capacity, I mean, this goes for many of us, who are actually talking about Bitcoin every day and reaching out to more and more people and spending so much of time into research and gathering information and sharing this, And my creativity, energy, my passion, my work in Bitcoin, the money is the least of the investment that I have made in Bitcoin. I could lose everything of it and I would still have everything else. So I really loved this statement by Andreas Antonopoulos. Uh, yeah. Another news here is that about this clueless central banks regard Bitcoin with envy. This talks about how the central bankers they hate Bitcoin for the simple fact that the Bitcoin is actually taking away their business model. But the author writes, what is the importance of Bitcoin to a common man, especially when you have fiat currencies which is losing its value every day. I mean, you talk about Zimbabwe, you talk about Brazil. Also, is one of those countries wherein the inflation is on rise, and Venezuela has given an example wherein people, the governments with the central money, with their fiat money, uh, it's torturing kind of people. I don't know whether this video will be demonetized for me saying this, but this is what exactly this article says here, that with the fiat money you have hyperinflation and people suffer, and because it's a controlled money, and that is where the Bitcoin actually gives a common people power and strength in order to live the life on their own terms. And the best part is nobody can seize it. Nobody can seize it from you. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And of course, I would like to share this meme with you. What are you trying to tell me? That I can trade my Bitcoin for millions someday? And then he says, I'm trying to tell you that when you are ready, you won't have to. I mean, this is what the scenario is today, Bitcoin can be $1 million one day, but then probably you won't have to trade it for $1 million because of your knowledge, because of your strength into cryptocurrencies. You would rather keep it because you have already made enough money, enough investment in other cryptocurrencies and in the ecosystem. So I hope this was good. I don't know. I'm just sharing whatever I liked with you guys, but do let me know how did you like it. And yeah, thank you so much for coming, watching, and take care. And hit the subscribe button if you have not, and hit the like. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Have a nice day.